Chaykin. I first came across Chaykin's work in a Marvel comic that he did called Fortune. Dominic Fortune was kind of like a 1930s adventurer, and Chaykin really did a great job of creating the world of the 1930s with Dominic Fortune, as far as the clothing designs that he did for the character and just the general layout and of the book. That world building theme kind of carries over here in American Flagg. American Flagg tells the story of a Plexus Ranger in the future city of Chicago. Should be around the year 2030. One of the things that I really like about this book, as I said, is the layouts. Chaykin is an absolute master of incorporating the layout of the panels as part of the storytelling narrative. His layouts again have a very graphic design element to them, and he uses all of those different elements. Number one, just the richness of how he is creating his world environment, in this case with Ruben Flagg, once again in this this future world of Chicago, where there's a television show that comes on called Bob Violence, and you know, it's a very highly rated television show, but there's subliminal messages within the television broadcast, and for some reason Ruben can see the subliminal messages, but the rest of the population can't. But the messages just basically drive people to violence. You know, they watch the television show, and then after the television show is over, the population just goes nuts and starts looting and just tearing up, you know, what's left of the city. But this first issue of American Flagg is Ruben settling into his new job as a Plexus Ranger, and also him coming to the realization that this television show, I think it's called Firefight Live or something like that, and the main character is Bob Violence, coming to the realization that that show does have subliminal messages in it, and then he takes actions in order to stop the broadcast or interrupt the broadcast. So Ruben does get in trouble for it, but that's the general gist of this first issue. Chaykin stayed on American Flagg this first run for 12 issues, and these first 12 issues are absolute gold. From what I can tell, Chaykin did the majority of the writing and just the production of the book. I was reading an article where he was saying that where he was saying that, you know, at this time he was just, you know, basically just running off of caffeine and nicotine, you know, to get the job done on this. He really wanted to do a good job, and so he was just, you know, running off of coffee and cigarettes to get the book finished. Now, he did have someone else, I believe, doing the fonts for him, and as I say, the fonts were just as much as a part of the overall look and feel and aesthetic of the book as the general artwork. The only other thing that I like to point out about Ruben Flagg is that, contrary to some of the heroes at that time, or what we would now call, say, like an anti-hero, Ruben didn't, I mean, he was trying to change the system, but it's not like he was totally like, you know, a one-man gang trying to go out and do everything on his own. He recruited from the community to help him out, or they just kind of saw that he was in over his head and took it upon themselves to help him out. Now, one of those individuals is Mandy Krieger. Mandy is the daughter of the main sheriff of Chicago, Hammerhead Krieger. So he had Mandy helping him out. She was very good with computers and electronics. Also, Jules Foucault, and Jules was the captain of a basketball team. So he just had a lot of help in what he was doing, and I really liked that. That you still have the main character, but he still has a team around him to help him get things done. Overall, I think that American Flag, again, is absolute comic gold when it comes to storytelling, when it comes to artwork, and just everything that I enjoyed and still enjoy about the indie scene of the 1980s.